Hello girls, how you doing? Let's do another figure. I'm giggling, I don't even know why. Here we go. So anyhow, let's do another figure card, and today is gonna be what would they say if you call them? We did that one a while ago, so I was just thinking, let's just have a look. Okay, so 2 pounds we develop, we take it very cool, okay? That's who we are here, we cool. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, pound number 1, what would they say if you call them now? 2 of Pentacles, the Fool, 9 of Cups. At first I was thinking, oh yeah, back and forth, yeah, I don't know, whatever, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But actually, the 2 of Pentacles represent number 8, infinity number. So they definitely haven't forgotten you. How could they? Hello. Of course not. And they will say, let's meet up. Let's just re-engage. Let's have a drink. Let's have a lunch, something. You know what I mean? Face to face. Let's go. Let's do this. Ooh, I like it. All right, let's go. But why, Axelle, you were doing so well, but why did they not go for it by themselves? Why did they need you to reassure them in some ways? Yeah, okay, there were a lot of frustration there, both sides probably, but you kind of like gave in before them. But what was, I don't know. Axelle, stop it. Okay, so at the end of the day, troublemaker, I know. That call that you will make, because they can't obviously, pick up the phone. That's going to actually push everything forward, obviously. And then you leave that kind of yuckiness and you go towards peace and harmony. And it's a transformation. Once you move to that stage, I should say, then boom, that's it. We're not going back and forth that, yeah, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. No, not anymore. You upgrade, you level up all of it. Nice. It was meant to be, yeah, it's all about as well balancing the emotion, correct? But still, it bothers me. Why did they not do anything about it if they were so like, into you? Why do they need to be like kicking a butt or or encourage? Sweetie pie, why? ¿Por qué? Yeah, right. Okay, so there was a lot of fire in her belly and a lot of vavavoom going on. Is that all that is? Really? I'm a little bit disappointed on this. As you can see. Right, okay, so yeah. Finally, the situation, as I say, is going to move forward. It's not going to be like someone who say, and maybe that's why they didn't move before. It's because they thought they were stuck. They thought there was no going back. Maybe because they thought there was no future with you, because you kind of cut them off in some ways at some point. It is possible. So they thought no point, knocking at the door if the door is closed. So they thought that was it, end of the story, period, forget about it, altogether. But because you open that door again, they feel like, okay, now I'm not stuck. I can change perspective. We can move forward, indeed. Okay, I could buy that. I'm not convinced though. Maybe because they thought if they moved towards you, you would definitely, slam the door in their face. Maybe you had good reason for that as well, didn't you? So maybe in their logic, it's like if that person, close the door, then that person will have to reopen that door. Really? Are we 12? Yeah, and they were just waiting. Or maybe there was someone else. So they had to kind of wait which one was going to come first. What? Whatever that means. Right, okay, so they were left in a cold. And therefore, they had the knowing you belong to each other, but they couldn't do anything about it. And they would just stand by, waiting. But of course, you shake the boat because that's what you do. Oh yeah, bring it on, tower moment. And it's true, the way it was before couldn't carry on for much longer because it was unhealthy. So it needed to crumble in order to be rebuilt. But why did you have to be the one doing everything? Because they was holding on to themselves, to their maybe financial stability, and they were wishing to be with you, but that's just like, Yeah, nice. Now we're talking. For me, you either know or you don't. You know, you don't fluff around. That fluffiness exasperates me, as you can see. Frustration here. No, but seriously, it's a yes or no kind of question, isn't it? God's sake. So yes, now they're moving towards you because you did half of the work, didn't you? So if you were to call them today, they obviously will move towards you and choose you and forget about everything else. Yeah, but if I was you and I had to do all that work for that response, I would be like, ugh, too much effort for a little result. Arrivederci. Right, okay, so moving on, but that would be me, you know. What's wrong with me today? Okay, pound number 2, what would they do if you call them now? 6 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Right. Okay, so there is a nostalgia of you guys. Definitely they haven't forgotten you. How could they forget you? You're the Queen of Pentacles, Holy Mother of God, male, female, doesn't matter. You're very trustworthy, very strong, very powerful. You know who you are. And, you know, you want to build for the future. You don't have a little bit of a woman goodbye. You either come with me and we have a hell of a story, or you go back home, really, seriously. Because the thing is, in my opinion, there was either a third party or there was a massive, you know, some words have been said that really are hard to forget. Really a lot of pain. Very disappointing, very, very painful. Right. Okay, so of course there is understanding that when you have that 10 of Pentacles, you're a power couple, you recognize each other as that. But then you can't totally make it work straight away. You have to back off, understand yourself independently, separately, and then come back together. And this time you're going to be really straightforward and you're going to go to places together. But there is always a pause, it seems, in the 10 of Pentacles from my experience. You meet, you recognize each other, you back off, and then you come back stronger than ever. So they will be quite keen on starting over, okay? Because you're breaking that moment of pause. Obviously, you will connect. You make things right, and they would like to make things right. Maybe they had time, maybe to separate from that other person, maybe to divorce, maybe to, you know, get a bit more clarity on what they want and do the right thing, being fair. Do what is correct. You bet. Yeah, there was an idea of a third party, but also they could have recognized you as a soulmate very much, but they were stuck in another relationship. But they could see with you there was love and there was, you know, long-term, longevity, all that kind of things, definitely. But they were a bit of a player at the time. You think so? And they thought you were out of their league, so they didn't think, you know, they could pursue you. And also because they couldn't, they were obviously in a different situation. But things now are moving forward. Obviously, you contact them. They know now that you are open to the idea of reconnecting. And maybe in the meantime, the situation have been moving forward. And good luck is on your side. Maybe they did in the meantime separate from the other person. But why did they not move towards you at that time then? Because it had to be complicated. Of course, because that's a kind of twin flame situation here. 11-11 card, whatever you want to call it. I'm not so keen on that label story thing of twin flame, but what he means is it's not a straightforward story, and we know that because of this one already. So it's an idea that yes, you had to recognize each other, but then realize, oh my god, I have so much work to do in order to be at that level. Then I have to back off, go do my homework, and then come back when I'm ready. So of course I cannot be straightforward. Your story is pushing you to become the best version of yourself, independently, separately, and then together. So it's full on, very much full on, but you gain strength. Here we go. Of course you do. So that is quite spectacular. If you were to recontact them, that would be kind of the trigger for them to actually think, okay, maybe I'm strong enough for that person. I can make an attempt a second time. Here we go. So then they will move towards you and they will actually show the vulnerability and express all those feelings, because there's a lot of feelings here. Definitely. Cups is all about the feelings. So that's absolutely gorgeous. Loving it. On this note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah, ciao.